There's a moment in life, quiet, invisible, when everything feels familiar and yet somehow wrong. You wake up. You do what you've always done. You smile at the mirror, answer the messages, meet the deadlines, and somewhere deep down you feel it. This can't be all there is. You've followed the rules. You've played the part. You've achieved, posted, smiled, survived, and still, something's missing. Not in a dramatic fall-apart kind of way, but in the soft, echoing silence that follows you home. That stillness when the noise fades, when the world goes quiet, and the only thing left is that one question you never ask out loud. What am I doing this for? This isn't burnout. It's not a bad day. It's a quiet knowing that somewhere along the way you traded something real for something expected, and now life is asking you to remember, to pause, to get still. Because there's one truth, one simple, terrifying truth, that has the power to change everything. And it's waiting. You start noticing it, not with your eyes, but with your silence, the way conversations feel hollow, the way laughter sometimes sounds like armor, the way achievements lose their shine the moment you hold them. You thought the next milestone would make it better. The promotion, the relationship, the perfect routine. But it didn't. Because the truth isn't something you find in more. It lives in what you've been avoiding, the stillness, the discomfort, the space between who you are and who you pretend to be. You begin to sense a quiet pull, not away from your life, but deeper into it. Like life is whispering, there's something you're not seeing. And for the first time, you stop running. Not because you're tired, but because something in you is finally ready to ask, asterisk. What if the reason I feel so lost is because I've never truly met myself? Not the self the world claps for, not the version in your bio, but the one that breathes beneath all of that, raw, unfiltered, real. And then it hits you. You've been living your life like a performance, smiling when you're supposed to, working harder so no one questions you, chasing approval instead of truth. You thought this was normal, that emptiness was just part of adulthood, that silence meant you were strong, that rest was weakness. But the truth, the one you've been avoiding, it's knocking now. Because no amount of success quiets that whisper. No number of followers makes the ache disappear. You've been climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. And suddenly the noise you used to cling to, the praise, the plans, the pressure, feels heavy. Too heavy. It's not that you failed. It's that you've been measuring yourself by rules that were never yours to begin with. This is the crisis no one talks about, when the life you've built so carefully no longer fits the person you're becoming. If this feels a little too real, don't just scroll away. Subscribe and hit the bell. We go deeper from here. And then, without warning, something shifts. Not a miracle. Not a voice from the sky. Just a moment, a question, a sentence overheard. A glance from someone who sees through the mask, or maybe just silence, the kind that doesn't feel empty anymore. You hear something, not with your ears, but deep in your chest. It doesn't give you a plan. It doesn't offer answers. It simply says, you're allowed to live differently, asterisk, and it lands. Because somewhere along the way, you forgot the truth isn't something given to you. It's something asterisk you uncover, asterisk, layer by layer. Lie by lie, fear by fear. And this voice, whatever it is, doesn't rescue you. It reminds you that maybe the person you've been pretending to be isn't the person you were born to become. And for the first time you feel it. Not as an idea, as a presence. The guide is not someone else. It's the part of you that never stopped whispering, "Come back." Picture this. You're standing in a room full of mirrors, but not the kind that show your face. These mirrors reflect your beliefs. Each one shows a version of you. The achiever, the pleaser, the perfectionist, the one who's always fine. You walk slowly, looking at each reflection. Some of them make you proud, others make you shrink. But all of them feel slightly wrong. Then you notice a dusty corner of the room. There's a cracked mirror there, untouched, ignored. You walk toward it. It's different, not polished, not flattering. But when you look into it, something strange happens. You see yourself, not who you were told to be, but who you've always been underneath it all. No filters, no roles, no masks. And for the first time, you don't flinch. You don't turn away. You just breathe. And something inside you finally, quietly says, yes, this is me. Asterisk. You reach out to the cracked mirror, not to fix it, but to touch what's real. And in that moment, something inside you loosens. You look down and realize you've been holding a bag, heavy, worn. You don't even remember when you picked it up, only that it's been with you for as long as you can remember. Inside, expectations, dead dreams, old voices that said, this is who you should be. You never questioned them. You carried them like truth. But now you see, they were never asterisk yours. Asterisk. You kneel down, open the bag, and without fanfare, without anger, you start pulling them out one by one. A certificate, a timeline, a title, a voice that whispered, not enough. And with each item you place on the ground, your breath deepens. Your chest softens, your hands stop shaking, because the more you let go, the more room there is for asterisk you. And then you understand, not like solving a puzzle, not like finding a finish line, but like remembering a melody you thought you'd forgotten. You weren't broken, you weren't behind, you were just buried, beneath shoulds, beneath pressure, beneath stories that were never yours to carry. And the one truth, the truth that changes everything, finally shows itself. Asterisk. You were never meant to fit into their version of life. You were meant to shape your own, not for approval, not for applause, but because your voice matters, even if it trembles. This realization doesn't shout, it doesn't demand. It simply stands there, quiet, solid, undeniable, and you feel something shift, not in the world, in you. You start to reclaim your name, your pace, your silence, your breath. And it's in that breath, that full, grounded, sacred breath, that you realize you've come home. So now you sit, not as someone who has it all figured out, but as someone who's finally willing to listen. You don't need a plan. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to come home, to the part of you that never needed fixing in the first place. Because the one truth that changes everything isn't found in books, or gurus, or perfect routines. It's found in your breath, in your stillness, in your decision to asterisk. Stop pretending asterisk. The truth, you were never supposed to become someone else. You were always meant to become yourself. And now, every breath you take, every step you walk, is no longer about chasing. It's about returning to the center, to the now, to the only thing that was ever real, you. So ask yourself, quietly, not to get an answer, but to awaken something deeper. What if everything you're chasing is trying to find its way back to asterisk you asterisk?